If you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
Baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less. Say less.
Stop the road when you walking. You let your hips do the talking. You leaving me no options. Say less.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Here's the former Illini kicker, Chase McLaughlin, to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
60 Bison, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Roll, roll, roll. Panther Street, check, Panther. Ready?
Another run here with Benson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Check go.
They'll try to run for it with Benson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. The Bears at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
On first down, it's Benson. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
Viking 18. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Benson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Now they'll change things up. They'll go again with Benson.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Trey Benson
becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year.
And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. You look at this Bears defense.
They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Garrett Wilson.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Titans are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
We here.
By McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A give left side for Benson.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
76 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw.
Open man, here's Benson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Here we go, set. 60 by 6, 60. Low, low. Right there, right there.
A give up the middle with Benson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
3rd and 2. A give. Here comes Benson. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
14 yards into Chicago, first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Hold the ready. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Set. Go.
Now a play fake here on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
A give, running right, Achane.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the left sideline.
And down to the 19-yard line. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
We here.
Scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Titans are an extra point away from evening this one up.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They run over center with Benson.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
Now 2nd and 3. A handoff here to Benson.
20. 5. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. But out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the give, it's Benson. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Panther 11, Panther 11. Warrior 70. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play. Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
Let's go now. Mustang 19. Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll set up a throw. He finds his man complete. That's Benson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Trey Benson
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
Escaping the pressure right. Here's a diving catch right side. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Moving left.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Back to throw again. Caught by Wilson. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Now this aired out deep for Reed.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He finds his man complete. That's Reed.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll look to throw here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now they'll audible to something else. Achane gets it from the gun. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll set up to throw. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
168 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Ready? Cougar 19. Take go.
Now it's Benson.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
The stop made by Myles Garrett. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Benson.
And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
This is caught by Addison.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
They'll look to throw again. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
At the 27-yard line.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. This is Benson.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's 3rd and 7.
On play action, they'll throw.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Ready, break. Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cowboy 80. Hook.
They'll run here with Benson.
And some room to roam now. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Boy, 196 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st down, right back to Benson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Benson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Set up. Jack Panther. Set up.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Benson. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson.
And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
70 Lions.
It's 4th down.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. On is Santos for the Bears field goal.
This from 25 yards out. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play that time for the Titans. 57 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Achane will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Now a toss left side for Benson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 14. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his 1st sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run for it with Achane.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Running left, Achane. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Back at 60.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Cole Kmet halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A give left side for Benson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Cowboy 80. Shot alert, shot alert.
They'll go again with Benson.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
They'll run with Benson.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll drop to throw.
That's caught by Addison.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick 1st down.
And that will be incomplete.